Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ni hao ma, howdy. Live, trance, and prosper. I'm Professor Brian David Phillips. Welcome to my home. So let's get to it. Can you really trust artificial intelligence to fix your English pronunciation? It sounds like a great idea. Speak into your phone and boom, instant feedback. But does it actually work? Let's talk about that. Pronunciation is one of the trickiest parts of learning English. Words like thought, though, and through are enough to make anyone question their life choices. And then there's the tongue twisters. She sells seashells by the seashore. Even native speakers stumble on that one. So, can AI tools like Elsa or Speechify or ChatGPT's advanced voice mode or even standard voice mode get it right? Let's find out. In this video, we're diving into AI-powered pronunciation tools. These apps promise to help you sound like a native speaker by analyzing your voice and giving instant feedback. But how accurate are they? Can they handle tricky English sounds, or do they end up making things more confusing? By the end of this, you'll know whether they're worth your time or just a fun experiment. Here's how these apps work. You say a word or phrase, and the app compares your pronunciation to its database of native speaker recordings. Then it tells you how close you were, rates your performance, and sometimes even shows you how to fix it. Sounds like a dream, right? But English is full of weird sounds and exceptions. So the real question is, can AI handle all that complexity? Let's break this down. Say you're practicing the word rural. Yes, the one that feels like a verbal tongue twister. You might say rural, and the app could reply, close, try rolling the R less. That's useful feedback. But now let's add a tongue twister. The rural juror rehearsed regularly. Suddenly the app might just give up and say, try again. It's not perfect, but it does help you notice patterns in your mistakes, which is a big win. Here's the big idea. These apps won't turn you into a native speaker overnight, but they can help you identify your weak spots and give you targeted practice. For tricky sounds like l, r, they're a great tool to have in your pocket. But, and this is important, they're only as good as how much you use them. Let's talk about accuracy. Apps like Elsa have advanced algorithms that they use to detect subtle differences in pronunciation. For example, if you say tree instead of three, the app might highlight the th sound and explain how to position your tongue. That kind of feedback can help be, well, it can be super helpful, especially if you don't have access to a native speaker to correct you. Or, and this is important, a qualified, trained native speaker. But here's the funny part. AI, like humans, isn't perfect. Sometimes it misinterprets what you're trying to say. For example, I once said, I'd like a cup of tea. And the app thought I was saying, I'd like a copy of teeth. I mean, close, but not quite. These hiccups can be hilarious, but they're also there to remind us that AI is still learning, just like, well, just like we are. Now, here's where these tools are really, really shiny. Consistency. You can practice the same word or phrase as many times as you need, without anyone getting annoyed. Want to perfect supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Go for it. The app won't judge you, even if it takes 20, 30, 40 times. And that kind of practice is invaluable. Of course, there are limitations. AI can't pick up on every nuance of human speech, especially when it comes to emotions. And some AI can't do regional accents very well. And let's be real, sometimes its advice feels a bit robotic. That's why I recommend combining these tools with feedback from real people, like teachers or language exchange partners. Here's a twist. Using the apps isn't just about improving your pronunciation. It's also a confidence builder. Knowing that you've practiced a tricky word 50 times and finally nailed it, that's a win. And when you feel more confident, you're more likely to speak up in real conversations. So, can you trust AI to fix your English pronunciation? Yes, but with a grain of salt. Think of these apps as your training buddy. They'll help you practice and get better, but they're not a replacement for real-world experience. Use them as part of your learning toolkit, and you'll see the benefits over time. If you've tried any AI pronunciation apps, I'd love to hear about your experience. What's the hardest word or phrase you've tried to master? Drop it in the comments below. And if you haven't tried these apps, give them a go and let me know what you think. Hint, there are free options. The paid options usually give you more, but the free options get you started. Remember, if the AI ever tells you your she sells seashells needs work, just blame it on the seashore. Thanks for watching and happy learning. Well, that's it. Be sure to check the links in the description below, as well as the videos in this and my other YouTube channels. I am Professor Brian David Phillips, an associate professor at National Chengchi University in Taipei, Taiwan, where in addition to teaching undergraduate and graduate courses in literature and language, I am part of research project work on the use of artificial intelligence for language education. I hope you have enjoyed this video. For now, though, this is Professor Brian David Phillips saying, live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.
Breathe deep, close your eyes, and surrender to the cause. Let the rhythm of the symbols take you far. In the dance of the arcana, see your story start to bloom. Every flip, every turn, it's like magic in the room. Tarot trance, feel the vibe, let your spirit take a ride.